This is a message to all my supporters of this podcast. I'm introducing a new supporters program. You can contribute a small amount as a one-off payment to show your love for this podcast. Thank you in advance for all your contributions.
To make sure millions of people are getting paid on time and in compliance, ADP is staying on top of each new piece of legislation. So when it comes down to it, ADP isn't just a payroll and HR company. We're the company that helps you navigate complexity. Learn more at adp.com.
Hi, my name is Mark Hayward. This is the Absolute Business Mindset podcast. I am a corporate employee with an entrepreneurial mindset. Here are some of my thoughts, ideas and comments. So today I'm going to talk about being a good corporate employee. So as you've heard from all the podcasts that I've done, I am a corporate employee who works for a accountancy/consultancy firm. I have become a consultant after being an administrator, and you can hear other podcasts how I made that transition, which is not an easy one, but something that has been incredibly rewarding since I did the change. So I've worked for a corporation for about 11 years, and what we're going to talk about today is the way to be a good corporate employee. Now, everyone expects you to be this or that, but what we're going to nail down is actually how you can be someone who serves the company. And because you've got a large corporation which has lots of employees, lots of colleagues, lots of relationships to have, there is a particular way of being able to be a good corporate employee. So we're going to talk about that today because I think it's worth us touching on that, because it might be something that you're interested in. You might hear this and go, oh my God, I couldn't work for a corporation. Don't put that off listening to my podcast, but essentially you might feel that. But I'm going to try and give you the positives, the best bits about a corporation and how to make the most of working in a corporation that has thousands of people in the UK and tens of thousands of people globally. So the first thing to be a good corporate employee, you need to believe in the vision that the heads of the corporation are trying to share. So one of the things that's happened is the chairman of my corporation has shared the strategy, shared the vision for what he wants his business to evolve into. Now, this is something that you need to sort of take with a pinch of salt, because some people get very, very interested in this and are decided and driven by how they feel their senior executives, their senior management are acting. Now, from my point of view, I don't think this is necessarily the most important thing to be a good corporate citizen, but you do need to believe in, from a point of view, that their motives and their ambitions are pure, and they are wanting to deliver a company that you can work for. So believing in the vision is not necessarily believing directly in what they share, but just being able to analyse and just be able to appreciate that each chairman, CEO, brings a different light to the business, and you need to be able to be on the same sort of wavelength as that person. So it's important that as a good corporate citizen, employee, you need to be able to agree with the vast majority of what they're saying. It's important. So social responsibility was very popular some years ago and still is to a large degree. The type of business that the chairman/CEO wants to have, whether you're prioritizing digital, whether you're prioritizing a particular part of consultancy, or whether you're prioritizing audit, whatever it is, you need to be able to have a belief that what they're trying to achieve is something that you agree with as well. So it is important that you listen when those people give their share their visions and their ideas. So this then trickles down from the top level, the senior management, to the more down to the people that you work with. You need to believe in those people and those sorts of management. So you need to believe in sort of what has been coined sort of middle management, so manager to senior manager, maybe even to director in my company. So you have to believe in those people, that they're shouting for you, that they're fighting your corner, that they're in moderation, they're fighting your cause. And equally, you need to believe in your immediate partners. You need to be able to believe that they are working for the right ambitions, and that their values and their ideas are shared with you. So this is probably, for me, more important than the senior management, the chairmen and the CEOs. You need to believe in the people that you work for directly, whether they are partners, whether they are managers, whether they're whatever they are. And I think to believe in the company is actually very important. So you need to have a good, strong belief in the type of people that you work with, because the people that you work with are the key to making a happy workforce and making you happy. So it's very important that you're able to believe and and sort of share common goals, common visions, common feelings on how they approach your business, and how they approach decision making, and who they include, who they don't include, are all reasons for you to believe in your corporation. So one of the things that was shared with me at a younger part of my career, or when I was more junior, was that to be a good corporate citizen, you need to share your knowledge. Now, there is an element of sharing in a business. You can share your expertise to be able to deliver for the client, and that is critically important. When working for a big corporation, you're able to have different areas of the business all working in one way. And when it works at its best, you might have different parts of the business all working, let's just say, on a bid, on a tender process. And when it works its best, or when it's doing a deliverable, when you're providing a product or service, and you're being able to provide it with different parts of the business, that is when a corporation works at its best. That is why companies pay a lot of money for these sorts of corporations, because they believe that all of their expertise that is needed for them to function and be a better business themselves, they have all under that corporation. So it's really, really important that when you get in scenarios where the business is working together, you make it work, because it is important. And it's the main reason why corporations do so much more business than smaller businesses, because if you have to choose 3 businesses to cover the 3 different areas that you want support on, or you want direction on if you're a consultant, you can do it all through a big corporation. And there's a reputation issue as well. It's incredibly important, be able to, your reputation as a corporation, because that is one of the things that you bill, as in you bill your clients on, is your reputation. And so that is incredibly important. So I would say reputation is a very, very big thing, and being able to share knowledge and be able to deliver shared knowledge to clients. So that also makes a good corporate employee citizen. There's a sort of belief in corporations, because of the sheer size of the corporations, that there is a way of being able to develop yourself and develop others. So in my mind, you need to develop yourself and to serve your corporation and serve the business. You need to keep on moving forward in your career. And that is what is expected in a big corporation. The best corporations that work are the ones that keep people moving on and progressing their careers. People who sit. Now, there is a case. I've met a lot of people in my, lots of people, is probably an exaggeration, some people in the business that are quite content on where they are. And that can add expertise, that can add valued experience, but they don't want the title or necessarily the money. They would like the lifestyle that they're living. But it's important, even in those situations, that those experienced sitters, let's call them, are developing others and developing themselves. Because even if you don't want a promotion, you need to be able to develop skills and be able to develop other people to have the skills that maybe you possess. So it is important to be able to develop others as well as yourself. One of the things that's made me enjoy my corporation so much is the fact that they have been very positive about a career and about progression. And so I think it's one of those things that you need to be able to prioritise. If you don't, what you find in smaller businesses it's very difficult to move up a career ladder. You might have to move to another company or another charity or another whatever government department, whatever it is. You have to move to be able to be successful and keep progressing your career. In a corporation, there is a steady career path. Now, steady is the word. You're never going to go there as fast as you can, because there's a lot of conservative, with a small c, sort of, is he ready or she ready? We need to be able to just let them have another year to be able to develop their skills, to be able to get ready. So I think it's important that your development is critical for you, and that rewards the corporation as well. So it's all good. It's all good as long as you feel that you're moving forward in your career. It's often very good to be in a corporation because there is that career path. As I say, you could move faster in other ways, i.e. moving, but there's a safety net and a sort of familiarity for working for a big corporation for a number of years, which I think I have experienced. And there is a familiarity on knowing the procedures for HR, for finance and things like that. All these things people come to me for because I've been at the corporation for such a long time. And being a good corporate citizen, you would share that knowledge. So the last point I'm just going to make is you need to kind of be happy in your work. Now, whether that is being an expert and you're where you are, whether that's progressing to keep on to go to a partner, whether that is waiting another year because your promotion might be the year after, or whether it is you just started your career and it's all new, etc., and it's all exciting. You need to be able to be happy in your work. I think one of the things that I've enjoyed working for the corporation that I have is the people are really good. The people that I work for, I like and I get on with. And that is critically important in lifestyle that you choose, because you could be in more of a cutthroat industry, which has different understandings and different belief systems. But in the corporation that I work for, I would say it is a happy workplace. There is people that share knowledge. There's people that are ambitious. There are people that are established, and there's a good mix of different age groups, and everyone will work with a 21-year-old graduate compared to a 50-year-old partner or a 40-year-old partner. So it's important to be able to enjoy the people that you work with, and the people is the most important thing. I would say that that's probably the thing that's undervalued in all of when you look at what inspires people to have careers. But I would say being able to enjoy working with the people that you work with is so critical. And if you like the people you work with, that is a real plus, and that is a real bonus for you to be in that environment, because I have equally been in environments where people I didn't respect, didn't like, didn't want to work for, and that is incredibly demoralising, and that is not a place where I would want to be going forward, and therefore I would suggest it's not a place that you would want to be either. So whether you are starting a career or whether you are further into a career, I think what you need to think about is the people that you work with. Do you value them? Do you respect them? Do you like them? And if you do all those things, there are a lot of positives that you can get for working in a corporation. So I would say if that's what you want, I would say it's definitely there for most people. Most people can get that sort of exposure, and that sort of, it takes some time, it takes moving around a bit or gaining skills that they might need, but equally, once you're in a corporation, there's a certain stability, which a lot of people get satisfaction from. So, okay, that was how to be a good corporate citizen. If you like this podcast, can you please give me a review in iTunes? I'd love to hear your thoughts, what you think of the podcast, what you like, what you dislike, what you would like me to start, stop, or keep. Up to you. I'd love to hear your thoughts. My Twitter account is markhayward169. Please check it out and share any comments you'd like. Equally, on Facebook, I'm releasing some of these podcasts, and equally, there's a private members group called Absolute Business Mindset, absolutebusinessmindset.com. Check out my website. There's various things on there that might be of interest. Can you subscribe to my podcast? I would love if you could subscribe to it and get it every week. I release on Thursdays and Sundays, barring disasters. So check out the podcast. And also, if you've enjoyed this or any of my previous podcasts, tell someone about it. Can you tell a friend, a colleague, family member? I'd love you to share that and tell you that you should listen to Absolute Business Mindset podcast. Thank you very much.